what we do in these videos typically.
Interesting. So what do you intend on covering this time?
Maybe we should introduce everyone first. It's been a while and people know me, Virgo, and Libra, but they don't know you two yet.
I'll start. I'm Capricorn. I've befriended Virgo at some point while finding my purpose after I outlived my masters, Dr. Cossack and Kalinka.
That's right. Dr. Cossack and Kalinka were kind masters to you, and the only masters to you. Rent does not exist. Controversial girl does not exist. Nothing happened to anyone. He does not exist.
Why are you saying all that?
Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to handle the answer to.
Anyways, I'm Aries. I've been a friend of Capricorn for a while now. I'm from Little Tokyo, a neighborhood like yours, except for the robot furry people and all that ancient Japan stuff, of course.
Katsudon does not I think they get the point.
And I'm Pisces, a worker under the Science Patrol and adopted by the Ultras of the Land of Light as one of their own.
Now, normally we try to avoid talking about videos that are removed since they can't entirely be verified, or that the person in question changed their opinion. However, if certain behaviors present themselves where someone is acting in a way that's either predatory, dishonest, or hasn't changed, we make an exception. In this case, it's the dishonest hasn't changed angle, this time with ShoujoISM. You probably already know what this is about.
Aunties.
Carmen added it to the playlist under the guise that she'd go over it eventually. However, we then noticed it was removed.
We decided to go to the channel and we noticed a community post that we'll get to after. Thankfully, I was able to find an archive of the video elsewhere.
Once you see that, you'll understand why we're making the exception. The video is titled, "You Cannot Use Kai Yuki Like This."
You can't tell me what to do.
Anyways, let's get into it.
Do not, under any circumstances, go give this views. I know you're gonna be curious because it's what I'm talking about in the video. Do not go give this views. I've literally put the animations on the screen. Don't give it views. You're seeing what it looks like. Don't support this. I don't care if you're like, well, there's already a billion views. Just one more won't do anything. Don't do it. Don't show through numbers that you support this. Disgusting. Don't do it.
You can't tell me what to do.
Hi, so this video is going to be unscripted. I'm not even recording this with VTube Studio up. I don't have the time, energy, and I feel like it's kind of weird to just have a funny little VTuber model that could potentially glitch out moving around while I'm talking about something like this.
VTuber models don't typically glitch out unless you're moving very vigorously and too fast for your webcam to keep up. If Raph can use a VTuber model for discussing aunties, you can use a VTuber model too.
I do not. I'm so mad and I'm so uncomfortable.
Would you say that you're triggered?
And I don't think anyone should be okay with this. Genuinely, if you are okay with this, you need to seek help. There is something wrong with you.
So everyone who doesn't agree with you is mentally ill?
If you can't see that this is completely different from every other like weird, oh, well she's just a drawing debate, then you need to leave.
You can't tell me what to do.
Disappointed. I'm way too disappointed to put effort into a script for this. I also just don't have the time.
Then do it when you do have the time. Why make this so urgent?
Or the energy, guys. I don't like that this has happened. The only reason I'm making a whole video out of this is because I feel the need to after I made a whole video about channel where I was like, you know, it wasn't about anything like this.
You didn't need to make this video, you wanted to. Your claim that it was needed is untrue and is only a mild shield against criticism. Unless you're facing allegations, you never need to make a video.
It was about the whole eye color thing, and I think most of the points I make in that video are still valid. I haven't watched the whole thing to like double check, but I'm pretty sure all the things I said in there weren't so unreasonable. Let's not harass someone over these like strict rules we have about Vocaloid. You know what doesn't apply to those strict rules? Using a voice bank to make content of them when their voice provider was a 4th grade girl.
Okay, but is the content adult or just suggestive? If it's on YouTube, then it's likely not adult. Also, I looked up the song myself a while back, and while I found a re-upload, in the description, the song isn't even adult. It's just Kai Yuki insulting the listener. While some might see this as Mesugaki, according to the person who archived it, Zoe Izume, it's meant to be a tsundere thing. Or something teasing like Nagatoro, not Mesugaki. We'll have a link in the description to the re-upload so you can read and view the context yourself.
I guess that's why ShoujoISM didn't want us to see the original. They didn't want us to get the full context. Let's keep a pin in this for the rest of the video. It'll be important for later.
Disgusting. And not just that, that's the worst part, but also when the character is one of the only Vocaloids with a canon age. She's a little elementary schooler.
Didn't Carmen literally point out that the Vocaloids do have a canon age in the catalyst of the Fallout?
And all the Vocaloids don't have a canon age. Then why is there a post by the official Japanese Hatsune Miku Instagram account wishing her a happy 16th birthday? If she doesn't have a canon age, then why is there this official piece of media that literally says her age?
And her voice provider was also a little elementary schooler. It doesn't matter if she's not real. I don't care if she's not real. Her voice is the voice of a child.
It does. The provider isn't being objectified or portrayed in this video. If we're going by your logic, then any 18+ animation with Gumball would be considered illegal solely based on his voice actor's age. And that's going under the assumption that the music video is sexual when it isn't.
This is completely different. You can say that like, oh, well, this character's just a drawing.
Yeah, it is.
My 4,000-year-old lolly dragon waifu.
This reminds me of something Virgo said in the video on Junie Draws.
And this is much worse. Essentially, Lolabait only applies when the character it's centered around only looks like a child, but is not one. Basically referencing it as that whole, oh, she's not 10, she's actually 2,000 years old, you know?
That doesn't make sense. No one actually makes that argument, despite aunties insisting that people do.
Mortal lolly dragon waifu, she's actually an adult because blah blah blah, she's not a minor. Well, she looks like she's 2.
When did Dragon Maid have a 2-year-old character in its series? Kana isn't that young.
I don't get how you can get down with a character that looks exactly like a child. You're so weird.
If the people you think you're insulting are fans of Mesugaki, I don't think they're gonna take it the way you think they're gonna take it.
You're so weird. But this isn't even about that. Because this is not the same thing. That is the voice of a real, living, breathing human child. Doesn't matter if she's not a child anymore.
Wait, she's not even a kid anymore? What harm is being done then? Now I don't know Kayuki's provider, so I'm taking your word for it. But if that's true, why bother? Which again, it's not even sexual.
You are using the voice of a child to create content.
Self-censoring when discussing an inherently adult subject is pointless. Say what you mean and stop being so cowardly.
Something Crova clip.
To keep this as appropriate as I can make it.
You're doing a video on porn. Drop the PG facade. One thing that will always bother me is when PG YouTubers will cover pornographic subjects but dance around it in such an obnoxious, unwatchable way. Either drop the subject or drop the PG act.
Mother trucker, dude. That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
We're gonna be talking about the penis! We'll be talking about the vagina! Do you think that's funny, butthead? Do you find it amusing that we'll be talking about the testicles? Yes, we're also gonna be talking about venereal disease, sexual intercourse, the scrotum, the clitoris, and we will definitely be spending a lot of time talking about masturbation!
You are disgusting. Disgusting, abhorrent. You don't deserve to make art. Because it's okay to show dark themes in artwork. Duh, I'm not saying that that's not okay, or like, you have to be dumb to get that conclusion out of here. You can use dark themes in art as long as they're portrayed as that.
I guess we're only allowed to use bridge-approved dark subject matters.
Also, I want you all to keep a pin in this bitterness and nastiness she's expressing with her words.
The don't deserve to make art stuff. Keep a pin in that because there's another thing we're gonna discuss later.
Don't romanticize like treating a child like a object. That's disgusting. You're disgusting. I'm so mad. I might unlist this video because I don't want to put something like super bad out there, like a bad quality video where I'm just rambling, but I'm so genuinely disturbed.
Maybe take a break, cool down, and talk about it later?
By the way, is literally against Kayuki's usage guidelines.
It's not NSFW, so no. That only applies to NSFW content made with a voice bank. This isn't NSFW.
Do you know why? Because she's voiced by a child. You're not allowed to make sexual content of a character that is a child and is voiced by a child. Oh my god, I had no idea that would have been a thing, because I'm disgusting and I do whatever I want because I'm foul.
Again, keep a pin in this. Especially this part where she targets and insults Hiragi specifically.
Keep a pin in it, because later we're gonna discuss the effects this video had on him.
Well, later we're gonna see what happens when you don't use that argument and stay on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Also, why are you sexualizing characters that look like children anyway? Or even characters that are children?
Carmen already explained this in the video on the Tanga.
Look, I don't play a game like Red Dead Redemption to fill out my murder fantasies. However, when people jack off to something, they mostly do it to fulfill some kind of sexual fantasy.
Okay, but that fantasy isn't tied to wanting to hurt real-life children. There are nuanced reasons people like lolicon that don't involve pedophilia. People who hurt children do it because they get off to causing damage to vulnerable people. People who like lolicon are engaging in something deeper with themselves internally on an emotional or psychological level that's a bit more nuanced. Maybe they like the dynamic of being a younger or older person. Maybe they like the size difference. Maybe they're coming to terms with something that happened to ease their own traumas. You just don't know.
Because I'm tired of having to do that. I'm so sick and tired of every time I hear this, my 4,000-year-old lolly waifu. Every time I hear that, I'm so sick of having to explain to these people why liking a depiction of a child, even if they're not real, it's still a depiction of a child. Why sexualizing that is wrong.
Because you're incredibly narrow-minded and wrong.
I'm so sick of having to hear that stupid argument.
Then maybe consider that you might be incorrect.
What specifically about that character is making you so attracted to them?
Small, cute, like me, that's all.
Why aren't you attracted to a normal adult version of that character?
Who says that other people who like her aren't?
If you see a younger version of that character, why does that make you more interested? Why? Why? Why no? Because you're a child.
Can we get rid of these YouTuberisms where people say shit like unalive, cheese pizza, cupcake, PDF file, removed from the census, and other stuff like that? Things like this makes videos that discuss genuine cases unwatchable, and it makes antis even more insufferable.
This is not Paper Mario. We don't need to say someone's game ended. Oh, and 2D girls aren't pedophilia.
Censor that word because YouTube's not gonna like it.
It's almost as if even YouTube knows how wrong you are.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
There's 6 minutes left in your video.
Now I'm gonna talk about the actual, people involved in this. First, I'm going to talk about Channel, because I've already made a video about Channel, and I'm just incredibly disappointed. I saw Channel tweet, see you next time in the next MV. I really hope I don't. You're disgusting drawing this. And you've already drawn lewd art of characters from other anime who are also minor.
Vochi isn't even lolly looking. Yeah, she's a teenager, but earlier you said, why not like an adult version of this character?
Who's to say that that isn't an adult version of Bachi?
But see, at least those characters, because the anime art style is like, I'm not saying this is right, this isn't me saying it's okay, but at least those characters actually look like they could be designed to be adults.
They cannot drink alcohol or have kids. Well, now I know what suggestion I have for Carmen to making Koikatsu for the Mammoth app. Those little itsy beansy baby teeny tiny little babies? Sexualizing that? Apparently 17 is considered a baby now.
There is zero nuance there, and if you want to say there is, there's not. There's literally no nuance there.
There is. Sexual attraction involves psychology and the human mind. With things like the human mind, very rarely is there no nuance.
Is stylized to be a child. That literally will never not be an itsy beansy little baby.
9 years old is a baby now, apparently.
I don't care if they're so old or if they don't have an age or if they blah blah. I sincerely hope I never see Channel's art again.
Hip hip hooray for cancel culture, am I right?
Again, keep a pin in this.
I never, ever, not a single day in my entire life, ever again want to see Channel's artwork, because it just reminds me of how all this amazing talent is getting wasted. All of that inspiration that I got from Channel, all of that joy I got watching all those animations, all of that, it's all gone!
I'm glad he gatekept you.
It's all gone because Channel is disgusting. He's completely ruined his image.
That's gonna sound very fucked up later on. I know we keep saying this, but again, keep a pin in this. I know this is probably getting annoying, but trust me, there's a reason I'm saying this.
For me, he's ruined those amazing artworks for me because he's disgusting. And I know separate art from the artist, but quite frankly, I can't do that when the artist is a I really can't. And I know some people might think it's harsh, like, oh, you're calling them an entire what other word do you have for somebody who's sexualizing children?
Well, they aren't real, so the word you must be talking about is the 4-letter word, which isn't pedophilia.
Hiragi Magnetite. Hiragi Magnetite is a producer who makes wonderful, amazing songs. I think we all love Tetoris. That song's really catchy. It's really layered. It's great. I will not be listening to his music ever.
Maybe that's good. We don't need antis in the Vocaloid community. This reminds me of a point Virgo made in the video on Junie Draws.
But if you still insist, I am open to compare. And in reference to the old Vocaloid fandom, obviously most songs are suggestive and or lullabait. I wouldn't have wanted to be included in a fandom that essentially is a cesspool for creeps anyways.
Then why are you a part of the fandom now? These creeps were the reason Miku is popular in the first place.
But the old Vocaloid fandom, it's really not that bad.
One of the most popular MMD videos of the past is literally an animation about Miku wanting Kaido to drink her pee. Need more proof? What about the Pafu Pafu saga? Still not enough? What about Come True, Tiny Marisa? A Vocaloid animation about Miku's boob envy? With Kaido saying how he loves her flat-chested. One of the jokes being that Miku doesn't have panties while running in the city. All of that is fringe and sexual already, very based, but there's also the fact that Miku is 16. Also, Kaido, the Vocaloid that people have seemed to have forgotten about, but also the guy Miku is often shipped with, is meant to be a male pervert. With the joke about him being that he gets naked a lot, with the only thing covering his dick being his scarf. And let's not forget about all the Fujoshi who like Len, a teenager. Face it, the Vocaloid fandom was wacky, deviant, fringe, lewd, sexy, and silly. And we fucking loved it, and we still love it. Stuff like Mesugaki Miku, Rabbit Hole Miku, or even Brazilian Miku aren't anything new. They're just keeping up the legacy that is the fandom's roots. And if you can't handle it, then maybe stick to making music on the Casio Ratman.
But what's worse is coming up with the idea for that song, which is already gross. The idea of like, oh my god, you're an adult, and I'm a little girl, and you're having thoughts about me? You're so gross.
One, that's not what the song is about. And two, Carmen already made 2 videos on Mesugaki Miku.
Me, gross, disgusting. Ugh, I hate this trend in Vocaloid right now.
Mesugakis were always a Vocaloid thing. At no point in history have Mesugaki ever been present in any other piece of media. Oh, wait.
Hey! Cut it out with the filming already! Thoughts on losing? Are you mocking me? Come here. Let's hear your thoughts on kicking the buckets. 知らないそんなの鬼どうでもいいしこの前の続きだ楽しく遊ぼうぜお菓子をくれないといたずらしちゃうよん本当にくれるのお菓子よりいたずらの方が好きなのにトリックはトリートというわけで先生のことを食べちゃうぞ
Let's just be normal and stop. Not only was it that, not only did you have that idea, you used Kai Yuki for it. You used Kai Yuki for it. That is unforgivable. You are heinous. I really want to see the best side in people. I really do.
I seriously doubt that.
That's what I strive to do in my life because I feel really guilty when I don't. I feel like I'd want someone to give me the benefit of the doubt. I'd really want that. So I want to give other people the benefit of the doubt. I can't give you the benefit of the doubt.
Is it can't or won't? Because it sounds like won't.
What you did is you took the voice of a 4th grader and made that 4th grader sing about an adult wanting to do disgusting things to them.
Really now? Because the lyrics are very tsundere and are clearly insulting the viewer.
And you want me to just think that's okay?
Yes.
Well, maybe I'm too woke.
You got that right.
But no, I'm not. I'm just a normal person.
Cool. I don't care what normies have to think, and neither should he.
And you're all disgusting. All of you lolicon freaks are disgusting. You're not lolicons, you're We're calling you what you are. You're I don't care if this video gets demonetized.
Then why are you censoring all the swears if you don't care about monetization?
I am extremely sad, extremely disappointed. I am heartbroken that this amazing artist and this amazing musician, both who have made songs and artwork and animations that I've fallen in such deep love with, I am so heartbroken that they've done this.
I'm glad you're offended, and I think it's hilarious that you sound like you're on the verge of tears.
Sorry for the minimal editing. Sorry this isn't a fun video. I really don't want to talk about like this.
Then don't.
Please watch my videos where I'm actually talking about stuff I like
now.
Because I want to spread positivity and I want to share things with the world that I enjoy.
But you did spread something. And we'll get into that later.
Thank you for watching. If you have a problem with me or anybody else speaking out against this, or like people being like, oh, this is like, if you have a problem with that, I'm not going to respond to your comments. I don't care.
Yeah, guys, if you're not a hug box that validates my opinions, I'm not going to respond to you.
Now let's get into the community post that was made after this video was removed.
I'll read. About my latest video. It came to my attention that my video on that one Vocaloid song did more harm than good.
What was that harm she did? After this, we'll talk about it, but how did you not think your video was gonna do harm? Now you may read that and think, oh, maybe she's apologizing and saying sorry for what she did. No. Keep reading, Doris.
I am so sorry for platforming the ideas of the song and the song itself on my channel.
Huh, that's weird. I thought you didn't care about the people disagreeing with you. Now somehow they're the reason you took down this video.
Regardless of my intentions, my video discussing it caused it to gain more attention. Whether positive or negative, attention is attention. Especially to people who create rage bait like that.
How is this song rage bait?
If something like that appears again, do not discuss it, do not link back to it, do not do it, report and move on.
Encouraging your fans to abuse the flagging system isn't exactly very good, you know.
Now, this post conflicts with the video she posted a lot. Like, a lot. However, what if I told you that this post is a lie? Let's look at the true reason this video was taken down. From the Wikipedia page on Hiragi himself. Take it away, Pisces.
He released a music video directed by Channel for the song Zako featuring Kai Yuki in February 2025. The video contains a scene in which Yuki calls out phrases that could be interpreted as suggestive, which was criticized by both Japanese and Western viewers as child abuse against public order and morals. Eventually, the video was removed and the authors publicly apologized, and it was announced on Twitter that it would be re-released after being corrected. In March of that same year, Zako was re-released, with Akita Neru acting as a replacement for Yuki.
Now, I don't believe that Japanese viewers were triggered for 1 second. Western Twitter users translating their tweets into Japanese, however, I believe. Now we have the real reason the video went down. ShoujoISM had caused a hate campaign against Hiragi and Channel for their song. Twitter users harassed them and caused them to feel like they had to take the song down.
And now that the real fans of Vocaloid know what ShoujoIsm did, they criticized her for harassing an artist, so she runs off, deletes the video to avoid backlash, and makes a vague, contradictory community post to hide behind criticism.
Now, you can see why we said to keep a pin in all of that. This was intentional. She mentioned the artist by name and insulted them directly. She knew what she was doing, and people, including myself, aren't happy. And if you think it's just me, here's what the person archiving this video said in the description of the archive.
This video is probably one of the worst takes ever for criticizing this song, and they misunderstood the lyrics. Accusing someone as a pedophile makes this look like an utter moron when they take it seriously over fiction to reality. Hiriki and channel castation have nothing to do with this, and you literally threatened/bullied them. And guess what? If the Japanese people found out this video, your takes have literally been dismantled by the Japanese.
This is why we cannot let these people in our circles. Don't let the normies invade your spaces. That's an order. Anyways, gamers, have a good night.
Jump